Is we live? Yo! That looks like it's coming in okay. And is we up? Let's see. I don't see it. That's what we get for trying to stream off of our phone, I guess. There it is. Alright. Alright, man. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that we're going to have a healthy stream. It says healthy. Okay, cool. As always, we're going to open with some jams. You know how I do. How's everybody? I guess no one's tuning in right this second, but I know I said I'd be doing this around noon, and it's almost 4 o'clock. Oh, there we go. Unhealthy stream. Why? I'm gonna put the phone further away, maybe. That'll help. My bad, dudes. Yo, Tesla, when are you coming out with that Starlink shit? Come on, Elon Musk. Get your act together. I'm gonna try my best, guys. No guarantee that this is gonna be a good one. And I am recording a backup. So, if this goes completely tits up, don't worry. There will be another one. But let's start this off with some jams. That's what I feel like doing. I don't know. That's not the one. Let's just do some cordage here. Yeah, here we go. I got an idea. Oh, that was shitty. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, this is gonna be a lazy stream, I think. I'm gonna just get through it. And that's what we'll do. So, yeah, topics of discussion. Stuff I wanted to bring up. So I think what I'm gonna do, like henceforth, is like every until I get to 1,000 anyway. Maybe even after that a little bit, but I foresee this getting a lot bigger. Oh my God, what's my? Jeez, I'm dropping a lot of frames. So, oops. Yeah, I'm gonna just re-upload this, which is fine. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so yeah, topics of discussion. First things first. So a lot of tragic stuff has been happening in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu lately. Obviously, I don't know, anyone out there that might know who Zach Edwards is knows that he unfortunately has passed, and additionally, Studio 84 shut their doors. So a lot of terrible news, and of course all the other stuff going on in the news with, you know, all the predatory shit. It's terrible, man. Terrible news. And to add to that, I'm injured, so I haven't been training for the last week, which sucks, but, you know, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I've been focusing a lot more on music as a result of that, and I just recently installed Reaper, which is a digital audio workspace. I think that's what it stands for. A DAW. So that's hooked up, which is pretty neat. And now that I have that, I'm going to start like putting my music into that. So that's going to be a cool thing coming up. And you'll hear a lot more quality music out of me instead of this random shenanigan stuff, which I will still be doing because this is why we play music, you know what I mean? Okay, and then what do we got? Okay, so this is a big thing I wanted to talk about. I had this conversation with a friend of mine, kind of. Friend comes over, checks out the bus, is like, whoa man, you really live in here? This is it's not like bougie, you know what I mean? It's not that nice of a living condition. And I'm like, yo, fair enough, but when you're committed to an idea, right, it doesn't need to be perfect for you to seize the day, right? Let me compare this to something that I kind of compared him to, right, with him. So let's say like you encounter a nice lady, right, and maybe there's a red flag that comes up, you know, maybe she has like some issues, but it's not going to stop you from dating her if you're attracted to her and you feel a connection, right? You know that maybe we can work through this. There's therapy, there's tools that we can use to make our situation better, right? How is that any different from the bus, right? Huge commitment, right? A life commitment, committing to a partner, but you know, maybe you end up living in with each other, right? And so that's the whole living situation right there. The bus isn't done, right? But I still live in it because it's all I need to survive, right? It's all I need to get my life put together in the capacity that it is, that I can succeed in the bus, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think I'm crazy. I think I have more notes on that, actually. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone who does this per se, but I know it's something that people do. Like when some people, like for a living, what they'll do, they'll flip a house. So they'll live in the house that they're gonna flip, right? And like maybe they acquire the house for really cheap, and then they build it back up, and then, you know, you're not paying rent on two places because you can live in one while you build it up, and then you're investing your time and energy and your money into it solely so you can get it through that process, you know, more expediently. So yeah, just some thoughts. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? I know I'm kind of crazy. You have to be a little crazy to live in a school bus in general, no matter what it looks like on the inside or outside. And yeah, to close those sentiments, I think it's in every like passionate, like, follow my dreams ass venture that I've done, the main staple has always been to have confidence and conviction in the path, right? Like, if this is the path we're taking, we're going to take it. So if it's a shit sandwich on the other end, we're gonna eat that thing, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know, you get to the field of daisies afterward, and that's kind of the thing, right? So like, that could be anything from like bands that I've been in, like, you know what I mean? I've been in countless bands where, you know, we had ideas in the beginning and then we kind of ended up falling off, but in the beginning, I'm always giving it my all, right? Like, it's never a lack of trying that dooms any of my projects, right? Like, I'm always trying my best to figure them out, and this is the same thing. Like, we're gonna get it done. This is cool too. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of cool things that this journey has yet to provide, and this winter I'm gonna be doing a lot of driving, so you're gonna be following the Bard's journey there. Alright, so next thing. Yeah, so subscribers. I recently got like 100 subs because of regular car reviews, putting out a review of my bus. Actually, I'm gonna throw that in the description because that video is hilarious. So yeah, regular car reviews. I had them on episode number like 60 something. Go check them out. It was hilarious. They kind of talked about how they went from, you know, rags to riches with their YouTube project, and congratulations to those guys because they deserve it, and they're awesome guys as well. But they ended up reviewing the Bard bus, so yeah, I'm gonna put that link in the description, and I will let you guys check that out. That video has a lot of views too, which generated like traffic to my stuff, which is really cool of them. So that's another thing that's pretty cool, right? Alright, RCR bus video, that's in the description now. So that's another really cool thing, right? The bus allows me to collaborate with so many different people. And if you can collaborate with people, you should, right? Because that is, it goes with that old saying, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together, right? A lot of times it's a lot more difficult to team up with somebody to put out a good product, but sometimes you can pull it off with, you know, all the right pieces, and that little bit of extra effort of gathering all the pieces together to make something amazing ends up being, you know, the key to creating something greater than the sum of its parts, right? So do that. Team up with your friends on your ventures. And then B&B Media. So the production company that I started with, actually the guys, if you guys saw the podcast I did with By the Wave podcast, it's those guys. So I kind of wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Recently we've been like really investing in the business, getting a lot more high-end equipment. We even got some brochures. Oh my god! How neat. So yeah, Make sure you follow B&B Media on all the social medias. Right there. Focal lengths. Whatever. Yeah. So check that out. That's awesome stuff. Really excited for the future with that. We have some pretty cool things coming up. We ended up recently going to Pittsburgh to crew with oh man, I can't remember the production company. Anyway, we're filming like Penn State football for actual live television, which was pretty cool. I'd never done that before. The biggest thing that I'd ever done was, you know, work with flow grappling, flow sports. And it's so cool that we're so early into this journey, and so far ahead of where I thought we could ever be. And I could talk about the future projects that we have a little bit, so I'll touch on those briefly. But that's not why I brought this up. So you have like Edgard Invitational on October 2nd, which is actually the same day that I am going to be doing my someone walking behind me? There's the same day as my gig. So make sure you guys come to that gig. It's going to be epic. And then, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about like starting businesses, right? So this whole thing, the whole bus thing, like since I've been doing this, since I lost my job, I've been putting my eggs in a lot of different baskets, hoping to see some hatch, and I'm seeing good amounts of hatchings, so that's really cool. You know, the more that hatch, the more eggs I have to continue to divvy out. And something that I'm very pleased to like say is my life is going in a direction where I don't see myself needing to work for someone, needing to work like consistently for a company or something, right? I think self-employment is the way to go, and it took a wake-up call with COVID to figure that out, right? So a lot of people end up staying at the job that they have because the stability factor, right? Like, I need this paycheck to paycheck, like I'm living this paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. I need this money to continue to come in consistently to keep my life stable and everything else. Well, obviously when COVID came, goodbye fucking stability. It's all out the window with that. So now we have this paradigm of like, you know, mass unemployment with the government benefits and all that other stuff. And you have these people not interested in going back to work for like the minimum wage that they had before. What? Interesting. Yeah, so the minimum wage thing, right? Like I was saying. And even just like the wages you would make, right? Like I'm just thinking back to when I was an engineer. And that money was just, I don't know, just I guess working for someone else's dream, like 8 or 9 hours a day or more, right? A lot of you work like crazy hours. You'll leave very little time to chase your own dreams and do the things that matter, like hang out with family and things like this, like achieving the things that you want in life. And if you take a step back and really take life from a balanced perspective, you can take your time and really kind of breathe and feel out like what your purpose is in the world. Like for me, it's not sitting in a cubicle. You know what I mean? I belong out there to see the world, right? I need to see the world so that I can gain a more balanced perspective on the entire scope of like the world, so that I can convey this message to people. And I'm here to inspire people. Like that's what I honestly believe is my purpose in the world, right? Like, I'm here to help people achieve their own dream, and I'm doing it, you know, I'm letting some people be inspired by me chasing my own, and that's kind of the beginning of this trip, right? Like, obviously there are bigger things. Like, I want to put together incredible things that are going to be good for the world, but gotta start somewhere. So that's where we are. We are in the starting phases of the big grand vision of the Bard. And yeah, so that was a lot of talking, and maybe I got the points across that I wanted, and maybe I didn't, but whatever. Doesn't look like there's any people popping into the Q&A, which is fine. It's like a weekend in the middle of the day. I don't expect a lot of people to be hanging out on their computers. It is actually a lovely day outside. I'm going to probably go and go on a little adventure myself later. But yeah, you guys are going to see a lot more. Like, I'll just talk about like some upcoming things. So, like I said, we have that egg guard thing, chase your dreams, start a business, and then yeah, and then I have my gig coming up. So if anyone's out there in the north central Pennsylvania area and you guys want to come hang out, it would mean a lot to see some familiar faces out at the gig in Orwigsburg on October 2nd at Roman Delight. It's gonna be a fun show, man. It's gonna be a really fun show. But okay, that should be that. And yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna do some more music. Yeah, kind of like an impromptu stream. I just felt like I had some stuff I wanted to talk about, so hopefully someone gets value out of this. And if not, you know, tell me whether or not you did in the comments or something. Let's do something with some drums. Let's see. Oh, this is a cool one. I've been working on this one. This is what I'll do. Let me hit that again. Man, I'm like rusty. Like a little maraca thing. I found that recently. I don't know how to use those that well. not a drummer. Let's have fun. Know you. There you go. Good enough. Yeah, okay. Yo, what up, Subspectrum? When are you, yo, Subspectrum's coming up too, I think. Maybe your boy will be out in Iowa again. That's gonna be a good time. Yo, I still have that Subspectrum poster. I'm gonna go get it right now, actually. Make sure you guys go follow Subspectrum. Black belts compete for free. Best promotion in the what do you call that? The Midwest. All right, well, there you go. That's the stream for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, so my plan this week actually is to go to New York. I'm gonna be in Long Island doing some podcasts. Just keep an eye out. Hopefully everything works out. We'll see what happens. Make sure follow your dreams. Don't let your dreams